Is it time to embrace saying no? A writer, yes. A writer for the Globe and Mail talks about the joy that comes with being more selective about how you spend your time. So, Jam, what is your relationship with saying no?
I say no all the time.
Yeah.
People's feelings are hurt, and I'm okay with that. I'm at peace. Because I'm a recovering people pleaser. I've said yes to things that are not in alignment with my values, my beliefs, my capacity. And learning how to say no in the last 2 years has been such a transformative process, not just for me personally, but professionally. No to you, no to you, no to that, no to this. No.
Yeah. It's so good to, don't you find,
I feel lighter.
when you say no to the right thing, it's also a conscious effort. It's like you're leaving room open then to be making more yeses.
Yes.
Because when you say yes to something you don't want to do, it obviously we only have so much time in a day. And that's been my biggest learning lesson is like I have to say no to things that don't fill me up in the right
1,000%.
way. But I will say I haven't fully learned this lesson, and I realize this, like I'd be lying to you if I said that I am always good at figuring out which one so I do a lot of maybes. Right?
I was gonna say
There's
that.
something, I don't know if it makes me non-committal, but
Don't do.
for example, I have like a parent school thing that on Thursday night I thought maybe would be a good idea. And so Jason last night, he's like, we're gonna buy tickets. Like, I don't think you're gonna wanna go. And so I was like, let's just put me down for a maybe. And I think there's something powerful in a
Hold
maybe.
Hold my hands.
Oh,
Say
no.
with me now.
No. Fine. No. Fine. I'm glad we had this moment.
I mean, obviously, I think it depends, what exactly we're talking about. I think when women in particular are building careers and maybe you've, gone to school, finished school, and now you're in the hustle and building phase of your career, unfortunately, it probably entails a lot of yeses that you maybe don't even know that should be a no because you're trying to get out there and you're hustling and you're getting your name out there and you're meeting people and you're networking. That was certainly me in my 20s and probably for my early 30s. And yes, I look back and I was like, well, that was an exhausting time, but I also was building. I needed to meet people. I needed to be out there. And I think that that's the beautiful thing now of being almost 46 next month is, you've built something in your career and you've accomplished things that you can now be a wiser person to say yes, this, no to that. But I'm not gonna lie, coming with middle age also comes as a woman in this industry, the fight, the internal struggle of if I'm saying too many no's, what's gonna happen to my relevance? And that's a hard internal struggle because you also don't wanna be like, we all want work-life balance. The pandemic taught us a lot of that. But I also don't wanna turn around and say, I've pulled myself out so much out of the system and said so many no's, I'm forgotten. And I think that's a hard thing to try to navigate because you don't know exactly. I've said a lot of no's and, great. But I've said a lot of yeses that I thought, oh, this is gonna be a hard no, and got there and was like, thank God I'm here. So I think there's, every situation's different. And I think, unfortunately, men don't have this conversation. And I'm really resentful about that. I
think that's what's stopping a lot of women from saying no, is that they're thinking about what's the worst that can happen when I say no. And I have started to practice this mindset of what's the best thing that can happen when I say no. And there have been things that I have regretted, and I've had to go through that mourning period of missed opportunities, missed money, whatever it may be. But on the other side of it, there's growth. And once you get a taste of that, you can't go back. Like you can't. So yes, there are people who we may feel like we're letting down, but to those of you who are struggling to say no, I want you to think about what's the best thing that's gonna happen to me. And when you see that and you visualize it, you're just gonna keep proceeding, right? So say no to that thing on Thursday.
It's a good, I did say no once that I regretted it. I think I might have shared this story before, but I got asked when I was doing belly dancing, and I got asked to do an event for a 60-something-year-old birthday party, and I was like, no. I reached a point where I was just like, I'm being very selective about what I do, and wouldn't you know, it was Mick Jagger's birthday.
Oh my gosh.
So sometimes you miss opportunities in life. But here's the sliding door part of this. Like, if I had said yes, who knows? Maybe I would have ended up
married to him.
Exactly. I don't want that. You don't want that. I wouldn't be here with you lovely people. Anyway.
Thanks for watching. We've got lots more discussion and debates on everything from food and fashion to pop culture and current events. Don't forget to click like and subscribe.